The murder of Kitty Genovese in 1964 is one of the most infamous and widely discussed crimes in American history, not only for its brutality, but also for the questions it raised about human behavior, community responsibility, and urban isolation. Below is a detailed account of the events surrounding her tragic death and its enduring legacy. Welcome to the Vault of Horrors. Catherine Susan Kitty Genovese was a 28-year-old woman living in Kew Gardens, Queens, New York City. She worked as a bar manager and was known for her vibrant personality, independence, and warm demeanor. On the night of March 13, 1964, she was brutally murdered in an attack that became synonymous with bystander apathy. On the night of March 12, 1964, Kitty finished her shift at a bar in Hollis, Queens, and drove home, parking her car in a lot near her apartment at approximately 3:15 in the morning. As she walked towards her building, she was spotted by Winston Mosley, a married man with 2 children, who had been driving around looking for a victim. Mosley approached Kitty with a hunting knife. Alarmed, she began to run, but he chased her down and stabbed her in the back twice. Kitty screamed, "Oh my God, he stabbed me, help me." Lights turned on in nearby apartments, and a neighbor shouted from a window, "Leave that girl alone." Frightened by the commotion, Mosley fled to his car. Kitty, seriously wounded, managed to drag herself to the rear of her apartment building, out of sight. 10 minutes later, when no one came to Kitty's aid, Mosley returned. He searched for her and found her collapsed in a hallway near the back entrance. There, he stabbed her multiple times, sexually assaulted her, and stole $49 from her wallet. Kitty succumbed to her injuries. The entire ordeal lasted about 30 minutes. The following morning, Kitty's body was discovered by neighbors. Her murder initially received little media attention. However, 2 weeks later, the New York Times published a sensational article claiming that 38 witnesses saw or heard the attack, but did not intervene or call the police. This report, though later criticized for inaccuracies, ignited widespread outrage and debates about urban apathy and moral responsibility. Winston Mosley was arrested 6 days after the murder, not for Kitty's killing but for a burglary. During questioning, he confessed not only to Kitty's murder, but also to the murders of 2 other women, Annie Mae Johnson and Barbara Kralik. Mosley revealed chilling details about how he stalked and attacked Kitty purely for his gratification. Mosley's trial began in June 1964. The prosecution focused on the brutality of the crime, while the defense argued that Mosley was mentally ill. He was found guilty and sentenced to death, but his sentence was later commuted to life imprisonment after New York abolished the death penalty. Mosley remained in prison until his death in 2016 at the age of 81. The original report by the New York Times claimed that 38 people witnessed or heard the attack, but failed to act, solidifying the case as a symbol of bystander apathy. However, later investigations revealed this narrative to be exaggerated. Many of the supposed witnesses did not fully understand what was happening. Several individuals did attempt to intervene, including a neighbor who called the police and another who cradled Kitty in her final moments. 911 emergency call system. Public outrage led to the establishment of the nationwide 911 system, making it easier for people to report emergencies. Bystander effect studies. The case inspired psychological research into the bystander effect, a phenomenon where individuals are less likely to help in an emergency if others are present. Media ethics. The inaccuracies in the original reporting sparked debates about journalistic responsibility and sensationalism. Kitty Genovese's tragic death remains a stark reminder of the importance of community, responsibility, and the dangers of indifference. While her story has been mythologized over the years, the lessons it imparts about compassion and action in the face of injustice continue to resonate. This is the Vault of Horrors. Thank you for watching.